Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Crypto Atlas. Woo! Things are going awesome right now, right? The question is, how long will this last? That's the big question. So if you guys are new to my channel, first off, very nice to meet you guys. In today's video, I will be discussing Bitcoin, Ethereum, Orchid, as well as BNT, also known as Bancor Network Token. Taking a look at the charts with all this stuff. Got some interesting news going on with Bitcoin. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up like button as well. Let's try and get this video to at least 100 likes, and also click the bell icon so you know whenever we have a new video. I am still working with my old computer. If there's some frame issues, lag, things like that, I do apologize. But I do have my computer, the other one, in the shop, and hopefully I'll be getting that back tomorrow. And hopefully that means that the video tomorrow will have better quality, all given depending on what time it is, and also if they finish up with everything. But that's the big game plan. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think about all this stuff. We'll take a look more at the charts here in just a couple minutes. We're almost on the new daily candle position. But first, I am going to go ahead and go into some stuff with Twitter. And if you guys didn't know, I am on Twitter at AtlasOfficialTV. You guys can see my name in the bottom left-hand side there. I talk about stuff with crypto. I'll show you guys one here in just a minute as well. And yeah, so first thing I want to go ahead and highlight for you guys is the Motley Fool tweeted, "We've got big news. We're buying $5 million in Bitcoin on our own balance sheet." That's right, $5 million. So yeah, that is some good news. But there's some subtext here that I want to talk about very briefly that I'm a bit irritated by. And I don't know if you guys really can sympathize with this or not, but again, I'll just keep it very brief. So as I do videos on this stuff every day, and I'm looking for news articles that talks about Bitcoin and what's going on that is, well, news, right? Well, lo and behold, Motley Fool, they publish articles talking about Bitcoin, but probably not what you're thinking about, since they just said that they're actually investing $5 million into it. And we got less than 1 minute left, so I'm going to keep this very brief. Motley Fool announced this $5 million investment in Bitcoin. Good for them, right? They explain why. They say it's a good investment and stuff. But if you actually look up Motley Fool, and they keep doing these titles, Forget Bitcoin, look at how many different articles that Motley Fool has posted. I don't trust these guys. I think they're pretty full of it, and I think they're very misguiding. But that's just my own personal opinion. And let me go ahead and share you guys the facts, at least, of this. Forget Bitcoin. These unstoppable stocks are better buys. Then we scroll on down here. That was from 3 days ago. Then we got 2 weeks ago. Forget Bitcoin. The stock is a better buy. 2 weeks ago. Forget Bitcoin and short squeezes. This growth something, right? We go into the next page here. Forget Bitcoin. Here's how to make money from BlackBerry. Forget Bitcoin. This one stock is disrupting the marijuana business. Warren Buffett. Forget Bitcoin. Here's how to make millions. Forget, and that's NASDAQ on that one. Forget Bitcoin. This top TSX gold stock is a much hedged. 3 stocks that are better than Bitcoin. It just goes on and on and on, and it's ridiculous. Okay, so here we are on the new daily candle position, $52,200. My question that I had asked over on the Twitter side, I did a poll vote, and it actually just ended, so I'll show you guys the results of that once we have a moment. It's not like the polls are going to change anymore, so we'll see if people were correct or incorrect on it. Not very many people voted, and that's why I would love it if you guys do check out my Twitter, because when I run these polls, I want to get a community feedback on things, especially with Bitcoin, but I do talk about some altcoins from time to time as well. So what do you guys think? Do you think that today is going to be mostly bullish and we're going to see another big rise in price? Or do you think today is going to be where a lot of people start to take profits and we're going to push back towards that $50,000 mark, or potentially even less? So I am still leaning bullish right now. We got a lot of momentum that's going on, a lot of good news. And I wouldn't be surprised if we break above $53,000 and push towards into the $54,000 range. I could see some strong resistance taking place at $55,000. I mean, we're talking about a lot of movement over a very short period of time. We just broke $50,000 and, you know, just smashed right through it all the way to where we're at right now. But on a new daily candle position, as you guys can see, it's establishing itself very well. If we expand this out on the weekly, take a look at what this candle looks like on the weekly here, right? We got 1, 2, 3 weeks in a row of green candles. The last one before this was actually exponentially high, and you guys can see with us breaking $50,000, the size of this candle in comparison to the previous week is actually still quite small. And I would say right now we got a big point back on this Fibonacci retracement position or extension position we got on the 1.68. That's at $57,315. So I would say that there's a good chance that we could see that in the very near future, but also some pullback taking place at that point. The thing to keep in mind is that we're seeing a shortage of supply, right? All of these transactions, Microstrategy, PayPal, Square Cash App, these big players, they're not really doing their purchases primarily through the exchanges. They're doing it over the counter. They've been doing it behind the scenes, and they've been burning up all of that supply that's over there and putting it into cold storage, right? So what we're seeing now is because the over-the-counter deals are running out or already out, where do you have to resort to? The exchanges. And I'm pointing in the wrong direction. I keep forgetting my stuff's inverted. So because they have to go over to the exchanges, lo and behold, now as everyone else starts to flood in, it becomes very evident just how much of a shortage supply that there is actually becoming available. And if more people decide to take their coins off the exchanges, it only gets worse. And the price just keeps skyrocketing up more and more and more. So the sky is the limit right now, but we do have that price point I just mentioned for you guys. And we'll take a look at this chart just a little bit more. Things are holding up really good right now, though. $52,396, $399, $400, getting close to breaking the previous all-time high, which was just set yesterday at right around $52,646. So very, very interesting how things are progressing with that. Okay, now some other things, and I'm going to run through these as fast as I can for you guys and focus on the charts. I'm trying to keep my videos shorter. Dave Portnoy, for those of you guys who don't know, big stock guy, talks about a lot of different projects, and people joke around saying that he's got weak hands or he's got paper hands. He actually got involved with Bitcoin, even though he wasn't quite sure about it. The Winklevoss twins, the guys that run Gemini, the exchange, came to his home, sat down, and held his hand basically to get him started. And like a week later, he dropped out of Bitcoin because it was too volatile for him. He had like a 5% dip or something. And now people are joking around because it's like 400% up since he sold it. Now he's saying that he will never buy Bitcoin. Okay, fine. You know, don't invest in the highest appreciating asset of all time. That's your decision. People joking around about the white paper for Bitcoin should be taught in high school. I think that would be awesome, but economics doesn't really seem like it's that great of an economics class, at least from, I believe we took economics in high school. Didn't really seem that valuable. Cameron Winklevoss, BlackRock, the largest asset manager in the world, confirms they started getting into Bitcoin. Kind of. They said that they're going to dabble in it. I believe, yeah, I got an article that talks about that too. Hedge funds are short Bitcoin. Pass it on. This is actually pretty funny because the whole thing with Wall Street Bets and GameStop and what's going on with AMC now and with Nokia, although like those are kind of flatlining, which I'm a little bit upset with because I did invest into those and I'm negative at the moment on that, but I'm hodling on to it too. I got other things that are up, right? It's that patience game, like Warren Buffett says. The people that are getting profits are the ones that are the most patient with this stuff, from the weak hands to the strong hands. Hopefully it pays off, but nothing's a guarantee with this stuff. Anyway, so we're focusing on this. So the point is that if hedge funds are short Bitcoin, as you guys can see on this chart right here, the black line right there, then that means that when the price goes up and these people have to pay off their contracts, they get liquidated. They have to buy in at whatever the other price currently is. So the higher the price of Bitcoin goes, when these get liquidated, they're having to spend a lot of money to just get it to go rally up further. They're banking the idea that it's going down, and it's not going down right now. You can even see the guy, the chairman, Wall Street Bets chairman, he's the guy that's like the head for that Reddit group. He even engaged in this, which I thought was pretty funny. Okay, next thing up. Mike Venuto, co-portfolio manager of the Amplified Transformational Data Sharing ETF, says Bitcoin will rise to $250,000 in the next 3 years. What do you guys think about this? The ETF manager says, though, that the road ahead will be volatile. Well, yeah, it's definitely going to be volatile, but do you guys think $250,000 in 3 years is possible? I think it's definitely possible. I mean, aren't we talking about like 284,000? No, 300 and I think it's 384,000 according to the stock to flow model suggested before the end of this halving cycle. Okay, world's BlackRock. Rick Ryder says the world's largest asset manager has started to dabble in Bitcoin. BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, has started to dabble. I wouldn't put a number on the percentage allocation one should have. Depends on what the rest of your portfolio looks like, said BlackRock's chief investment officer of global fixed income. So this is what we were just talking about a minute ago over on the Twitter side. Okay, the latest move higher above where we're at. I mean, actually below where we're at right now, but when it was rising, it just keeps going up. Of price of Bitcoin. So the latest move higher comes on the heels of an announcement by publicly listed company Microstrategy that it plans to boost its Bitcoin stash yet again. The firm announced a $600 million debt sale on Tuesday, which will fund the additional purchases, but it gets better. The business intelligence firm has been buying Bitcoin since August 2020 and is sitting on a profit of more than $2 billion on its holdings. That $600 million has been readjusted already in that short amount of time to now $900 million, almost another $1 billion and $300 million more than what they were just planning on doing. That's a big step up. And so, you know, the FOMO is going to start to kick in even more at this point for these major institutional companies, because the longer that they wait to get these things approved, the higher the price of Bitcoin is going up. They're going to get less of it, right? So it's first mover's advantage. It's not last mover's advantage with this stuff. Bitcoin posed for short-term gains past $51,000, right? The latest leg up came after the CoinDesk. Yeah, 900. That's the same thing what I just told you guys. So absolutely awesome. And now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the charts, and we'll run through this pretty quickly. So I already told you guys the two high points that we're looking at for Borkcoin. Bork. Maybe that's what Dogecoin should have been called, Borkcoin. Oh God, is that actually a thing? Somebody's going to go make that now, aren't they? Give me a bunch of tokens if you do. So we got 57,237 is what I was talking about for a next major level of resistance. And what's actually interesting about this too is that this is pretty close to that previous continuation pattern that I had set up. So if you guys see this purple line and you're new to my channel, just very briefly, I had basically copied this run up that took place all the way back starting on, I think it was December 16th. I believe it's that one, to where it actually started its run up. It may have been, it's one of these, you know, December 12th, December 16th, something like that. And it rose all the way up to that top point, and then we saw a dip and then a further correction going back up. And then it was like saying, hey, what if it decided to continue to have this rally? Well, this would be on the road to hitting $100,000 at that rise increase rate. What's really cool is that with yesterday's candle position, we saw an exponential increase, and that's once again pulled us one step closer to being back on track. You can actually see that back on February 9th, we had tapped into the base zone of that previous trend pattern. Not the top, but we did technically tap into the bottom. So we were more or less there, right? Still quite a substantial increase, obviously, over those next couple days. But we are looking really good with all things given, you know, like obviously you're going to have some pullback moments. And if you take a look at the 2017, 2018 period after what happened there, it took years before it decided they wanted to have a further rally going on right now. And so things are looking very good with this. Very, very good. But if it decides that it wants to start dropping down, here's where we should take into some considerations. Sorry, stumbling over my words. $50,000 obviously is going to be a key level of support. That's a given. It's psychological and, you know, a big milestone, half the way to that $100,000 mark. Below that, we have a little bit of support, not really that much established, but at $49,691. Stronger support, quite substantial, at $48,983, essentially $49,000, right, guys? Just say $49,000. All right, and then a very, very big super drop would be all the way to the 21 EMA. That'd be at $44,131. This would be potentially something like what happened in March. Some crazy news, the stock market crashing, everyone's freaking out, new lockdowns, new virus, no one knows, you know, so many unanswered questions, the hack that happened on that one exchange with their keyword thing that overwhelmed their search system and caused the website to crash for a little bit, right? But right now things are looking great. $52,400, baby. Ah, yeah, that's what I like to see, man. Looking good in the neighborhood. And we head over to Ethereum. Ethereum is at 1,861, inching much closer now to the previous all-time high. At that point was 1,881. And if we can manage to break above that, then we're going to be, of course, eyeing 1,900. If we can pass 1,900, 2,000 is the big honcho goal, right? Now, if it decides that it wants to drop down, then we would be looking at realistically a key level of support taking place at $1,750. A further continuation down below that would be 1,700, and then all the way below that at 1,674. Right now, the trends are still suggesting buy. The technical, you can't see it behind my little webcam here, but it is on the buy side, starting to get a little bit towards neutral from their perspective view. The RSI is still not even considered to be overbought. It's still within that region zone. Yeah, it's on the brink of it, but it still hasn't broken out of that, even with that big rise that took place yesterday. So Ethereum is still looking very, very good. Next up, taking a look at Orchid. With Orchid, yesterday, back and forth action. We essentially saw another one of these kind of like Darth Maul style type patterns, right? The big wick up top, big wick up on the downside right there. The RSI is on the brink of being considered to be overbought. However, with the volatility that took place yesterday, there actually wasn't that much volume that really occurred, right? So a bunch of up, bunch of down, right back, and that's it. Probably just a few players trying to do like a pump and dump type situation, and it got bought right back up. Probably from some limit orders if I took a guess, but I'm just guessing on this. I'm not a financial advisor, okay, guys? And so looking at it on the new daily candle position, we're holding above 61 cents right now. Really got to try and break above the Fibonacci level here. So this is up at 68 cents, 0.6815. A further continuation up above that, we need to try and get above 80 cents. We stopped right around 79 cents. So if we can break 80 cents, that'd be great. And then 82 cents is a major level of resistance. And then after that, we're on the road. Clear open skies pretty much all the way up to the $1 region zone. I would not be surprised if we have a big candle day that the wick dips up to here, gets close to the dollar zone, and then ends up pulling back down to say around the 80, 70 cent range. Just given the track history of how Orchid kind of moves, and just, you know, to be a little bit cautious with this stuff. But it's looking really good. If it drops down further, we have 58 cents as the bottom point, and then a significant bottom on the 21 EMA, which is at 50 cents as well. And then the next one that we have is BNT. This is the last one. Once again, if you guys are watching and you haven't yet, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up like button. 100 likes, yeah, cool. Click the bell icon as well so you know what's going on. Yesterday, Bancor Network Token. Boom, baby. This thing is just popping hot. Ooh, make sure you're wearing gloves. This thing is going to burn your hands. Sorry, Dave Portnoy. We don't have gloves small enough for your hands. What does that mean? Well, good. No. All right, so if this goes up $4.70, here is a major level of resistance. Break above that, then we're going to be eyeballing right here. This is pretty close to $4.80, but ultimately the big goal is going to be $5, right? See if we can reach up into that major zone. Right now it is having a bit of a sell-off. You guys can see on the volume right here and the RSI, both are significantly high, suggesting that this could be a pump and dump type situation. As you guys just saw, Bitcoin and Ethereum are both looking very bullish as of the moment, and so you would be suggesting that the altcoins should be rallying soon as well. But with given how much that this has moved as of yesterday, and so far it's in the red, it's a little bit of concern. I would have liked to have seen the new daily candle position already being in the green with this as well. But it's not too bad with where we're currently at as of the time I'm recording this video. If it decides that it wants to drop down, then we're going to be looking at a level of support, ideally right around... nothing super stable off of these points. There's a couple bounces that took place here. I'd be looking at $3.80 as a first level of support, and then a significant level of support is actually going to be around the 21 EMA at $3.80. We see that both on the 21 EMA, and there was also a bounce on February 12th, right around that point, right? And yeah, so that's going to go ahead and do it for this episode, guys. If you're new to the channel, let me know what you guys think about all these crypto. Are you guys excited about BNT and where it could be heading to next? Do you think $5 is really the top position? We don't have a lot of track record history to show off of this, but we do see in its initial infancy stage that there has been some significant volume candles there. And this is only being displayed as far as back to December 15th, 2020. In fact, let me go and check out on Coin Market Cap real quick. It would help if I, come on, if I could type this stuff sideways without, geez. I normally type really fast, and I can't believe how slow I type that. Let's go take a look over here and just double check on things. Sound good? I gotta wait a second, because if I try and type this in here, we good? Okay, because it has like shifting of things and always messes me up. I don't like how they got their website set up for some of this stuff. All right, so Bancor, okay, BNT, the all-time high for this bad boy was at $10. That was back on January 10th, 2018. So that's where we're at right now, is not the all-time high. So passing $5 and then on the road trying to get back towards $10. If we take a look at the $10 region zone, just remove some of these other variables here as it was showing back then. Not from where it was released at, as we have seen some cryptocurrencies upon their release start really high and then immediately tank. And you do see that it started high and did tank at first, but it was able to recover during that period with that bull run with Bitcoin. So this has the potential to try and make its rally back towards $10. Can it happen? You guys let me know in the comments down below, right? I'm looking at $5, maybe $7.50. I think a lot of these other projects are showing some strong promises, but you know, Litecoin reached back above the $100 region zone. Things are looking pretty good overall for a lot of these altcoins. So yeah, guys, don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up like button as well. Let's get to 100 likes at least. Click the bell icon as well. Drop a comment down below. Check me out on Twitter at AtlasOfficialTV. If you want to earn interest on your cryptocurrency, I have a referral link for BlockFi. I do use BlockFi. They are not sponsoring this video. Not sponsoring this video. They didn't pay me to say this, but I'm earning interest. I really like it. I think you guys should check it out. If you want to invest into it, seems like a cool thing. If you decide you want to use my referral code, we both get a little referral bonus thing out of it. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next episode.